Hip hop fan listens to hip hop fan reviews Come As You Are by Nirvana. What's up, guys? So since my last Nirvana video where I reacted to Lithium, a track which I loved on first listen, I've done a little bit more reading into the band and into Kurt's life. So I found out about his difficult childhood years and his teen years, along with his addiction issues, specifically to heroin. And hopefully all of that can provide some more context for the band's music and some of his writing, which I've also got the lyrics up to help me with. In terms of the single art, once again, like Lithium, it's super interesting. If I'm going off the art and the title, Come As You Are, I'm thinking this is a track perhaps about identity issues, with the sperm cells surrounded by these kind of weird jellyfish looking creatures. My kind of initial take on it is that you have regular people of society and you have kind of outcasts, which are represented by the jellyfish. But that is just a single art. I could be wrong about all of this. The music could change my mind. So let's get into the music. Wow. That's a super unique sounding guitar. The vibe that I kind of get from these opening few notes is like we're underwater almost. Like when you're underneath the water and you're peering through the surface where the light's coming down, that's kind of the vibe that's been set so far. Kurt's voice is so unique. He's able to convey pain, not necessarily through the lyrics, but the way he delivers the notes. He delivers it with so much emotion, man. It's a super unique way of singing. He can say and deliver so much meaning without any words. It's what's being said in between the words. It's quite a chilling note he's hitting there. Love those little extra guitars in the background. Oh, great drum fill there. If we just go back to the lyrics of the first verse there. So kind of my takeaway from this first section of the song I've heard is that this seems to be from the perspective of like someone consoling Kurt, who's like, come as you are, as you were, as I want you to be. Like, I'll take you in regardless of all your flaws and all your weirdness. Some of these feelings I feel like Kurt would have had as a kid. And maybe this is like a projection of what he would have liked to have heard as a kid, what he never received from his family. Basically, the idea of like real love and acceptance, you know, as a friend, as an old enemy, you know, I'll take you in for whatever you are, no matter what. Super interesting theme so far. What a drum fill, man. Listen to that. And those extra guitars in the background, the vibe that this band can set, man, it's unreal. Speaking into that verse, if we get into the lyrics again, I feel like the theme of acceptance is like, has repeated itself again, but even stronger this time. come doused in mud, soaked in bleach. Like, I'll take you at your very worst. Like, I don't care. And again, to speak on his delivery, man, Kurt sings from his gut, you know, from like, it's so visceral. He gets so much emotion out of these notes. Like, I feel like if you were to read this off, like certain bits of this, you might even think, oh, this is a sweet song. As an old memory, as a trend, as a friend, you know, it could perhaps be received as a positive. But when you hear him singing this thing, it's clear, like, the memories that he's talking about aren't like him getting ice cream with his dad. Like, this is some painful shit he's singing about. And it's just all done between the words, you know, the way he's singing it. It's amazing. Super unique. Wow. Okay. Knowing the way he ultimately died via a shotgun blast, those are some chilling lyrics, man. Wow. Very foreboding. One thing I've noticed about Nirvana is that their music isn't necessarily the most complex in the world. Like, even this guitar solo, I'm not all the way through it, but what I feel like the way they structure their songs is they're going for maximum emotion. Like, complexity is not necessarily what they're trying to do. Their music is like supposed to be felt, not overanalyzed. You know, it's like yeah, it's a punch in the gut, man. It's not to be like overthought up here. Like, you feel it in here. That last delivery of that line where he said, no, I don't have a gun. It's interesting. He chose not to put that in the forefront of the track. You know, it was kind of like said away from the mic, you know, like the way I take that is like, it's like a creeping thought that's in his mind all the time. Like, no, I don't have a gun. He's almost trying to convince himself like, no, I don't have a gun. I'm not going to do that to myself. Really, really foreboding lyrics there, man. I love how they built up to this moment, you know? A giant crescendo. They've done it again. So I spoke in the beginning, right at the start of the song, about the idea of being underwater and like looking up at the surface. If I'm going off like what I felt through the duration of the track, perhaps this is like what Kurt is trying to say heroin feels like, you know, like you're underneath the water looking through the surface at reality. And the more and more I kind of went through the song, the more I feel as if the track is being delivered from the perspective of the drug. Like it's the heroin talking to Kurt, like, come as you are, as you were, as I want you to be. I'll accept you. I'll be that thing that nothing else was for you, which is a brilliant concept. And like for them to like string it all together with the music all building up to it, the vibe that was set, the atmosphere, and his writing, this band is like able to pull off this magic trick every time. I've only heard 2 of their songs so far, and they've both been 10s. So like I'm really getting an understanding of why people were so like in love with this band, and like how he sort of became like a generational figure for people. Yeah, speaking on Lithium, just again, I didn't think that I could have liked the first listen more and be more intrigued by a band, but I think I like this song more, man. This isn't as loud as Lithium. Lithium was a straight punch to the face. This is a much more of a subtle track, with its themes are more kind of between the lines, but just as emotional and as weighty as the last one. Love this track. Another 10 for me.